Welcome, everybody, to the Overthinking Football Show. My name is Mokwena. I am your host, and I think I'm glad to say that, man, there's no coins on the field for this Mamelodi Sundowns versus Polokwane City game. It is, of course, Mamelodi Sundowns versus Polokwane City, a Mamelodi Sundowns team that is number 2 on the log, and a Polokwane City team that has been a surprise package up to this point, taking the 3 points that Mamelodi Sundowns is missing when they beat Mamelodi Sundowns on the 27th of October. Polokwane City sits third with 13 points, 4 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss in their 6 games. And then, of course, Mamelodi Sundowns is number 2. 5 wins, no draws, and 1 loss up to this point of the season. In the last 5 games, Polokwane City has 2 wins, 2 losses, and a draw. And then Mamelodi Sundowns has 4 wins and a loss in their last 5 games. The loss, of course, coming versus Polokwane City. The last time we saw Mamelodi Sundowns out was a 4-0 drubbing of Kaizer Chiefs. And then, of course, Polokwane City had a 1-0 away win to Royal AM as their last game. Last 5 games that these two teams have met, Polokwane City has been able to win 1. There's been 1 draw, but Mamelodi Sundowns has won 3 of those games. The game before the one that Polokwane City won was the 11th of August 2024 in the MTN8, where Mamelodi Sundowns beat Polokwane City 1-0. So that is the lay of the land. If we're speaking about the starting lineups, you have Sapunga, you have Nkwe, you have Nkaki, you have Nigani, you have Matuludi, you have Mapangule, Kambala, Apolis, Alexander, Dlamini, and Chauke as the starting lineup for Polokwane City. On Sundowns' side, you have a very changed team. Williams, Khoza, Mabue, Lebusa, Morena, Lunga, Mkhulise, Maema Litaku, Salesman, and Ushalulile. Evening OT, after I saw the Yellow Nation lineup, it's an insult to Polokwane City. Well, it's an insult if they don't win. Now they have to go out and prove that, man. But at least something, because, wow, Mamelodi Sundowns bringing in Abo Khoza, bringing in Abo Lebusa, Abo Lunga, coming back into the team. Abo Mkhulisi, the eternal youngster of Mamelodi Sundowns, starting again. Nazo. Yeah. Oh, Chauke. Is that Chauke? He got so scared of Ronwen. He got so scared that he took it out himself for a goal kick. Alright, guys. As you know, the show is a very interactive show. So, at halftime, we're going to come together. I'm going to let in 5 people. We're going to speak about what we're seeing from the game and analyze it a little bit. And then, of course, if we can reach 25,000 likes by halftime, then I'll keep it open in the second half and everybody can jump in and give me a minute of their time. So please, Tata Scream. And also, man, I humbly request the Kupari gift. Guys, I'm not going to be able to show you the game because I will get banned and I can't get banned. So please, I like speaking to you guys and being live nightly. So let's do that. Interesting. Let's see how the two teams are going to approach this game. Because at the end of the day, the game that Mamelodi Sundowns played versus Polokwane last time was very interesting because they didn't manage a shot on target for the game. And they only got some shots by my 82nd minute. So it tells you that the Polokwane City was fine with sitting back. They were fine with parking the bus a little bit there, but they knew that their chance would come. As I always say, Mamelodi Sundowns under coach Mangoba are very vulnerable when you get into the last 30 minutes of the game. I don't know why. I can't explain it. They let go of the game. They take their foot off the pedal, and then you're allowed to get some chances at that time. But if they score first, shem. So the CAF lineup was to destroy a building team. Manidom says, Ola Uti and overthinkers, we are khathazeling. Don't khathazel, my brother. Don't khathazel.
Bathi nukusheka ngesulu njalo.
Oh, khathazel.
What khathazel? Why khathazel? Why you khathazeling, my brother? Relax. Go.
Go, man. I said it with this coach, no consistency. Yo, I'm done with this coach, says Z. Marazi. Outside of 1 or 2 mistakes, he's winning though. Sorry I'm late. Why do I see a different coach for Polokwane City? What was it? I thought I saw Coach Puti. I wasn't paying attention to the coaches. Let's see. Maybe his assistant was just standing up. Wait, so Sundowns is playing Polokwane already? No, Bongs. It was MTN 8. It was MTN 8. Oh, actually, wait. You are right. Interesting. I never realized that. They've played them 3 times. 6 games in. Or maybe it's part of the schedule for the CAF guys. Masanawana Dumela says, Agent, this white kit looks like pajamas. Marabong. Why are you here for? Pirates is leading with 6 points and he's still chopping and changing. Rulani was consistent. Yay. Marazi, why does it feel like Coach Mangoba's fighting the ghost of Rulani's past? That he's fighting the ghost of Rulani's past here, because everybody keeps speaking about Rulani, guys. Give Mangoba a chance. I mean, he's only lost 1 game so far. He's scored the most goals, if I'm not mistaken. Can't we give him a chance, so? How many as in? Oh, did he fall ill? Oh, ow, Pratemba. Prati is in the live, guys. Pratemba, one of the top journalists in the country. Oh, Pratemba, the guy, the guy whose videos are always stolen. Hey, Pratemba, my interviewer, come on. But it's okay. So Coach Putti fell ill, according to Pratemba there. So Coach Putti is not here. Maybe that's going to help with this rotation stuff that Mamelodi Sundowns has done. He's lost 1 game, Rulani. Yeah, 1 game in the past, guys. Come on, guys. But Nina, what do you want? I think everybody knows that the season that Mamelodi Sundowns had last year is not going to be repeated anytime soon. You know, that was a freak season in the league. So maybe the bar is too high. But I still sense good to Ukosh Mangoba, man. Hey, animufili, man. Animufili. We can't give him a chance because Pirates are running away. You can never chopping and changing the defense. Look, what I'll say is, it's very interesting that the team that has given you possibly the toughest time this year is the team that you're going to rotate against. That much is going to be interesting. But let's see what Polokwane City does. Polokwane City, if they can just stay in their roles, you don't have to worry too much about a Ribeiro type character playing in the 10. You don't have to worry too much about pace. I know Shalulile has some pace and he's found his scoring boots, but you don't have to worry that much about, getting caught out so much. But I do feel like they need to maybe coordinate a 2-man attack with Chauke and Apolis. What really irritated me about Polokwane City in the game that they played, the first one where Onyango got a red card and Lubosa had to play goalkeeper. What irritated me about that game was that, Sundowns was playing a highish line and they kept catching them off. For Onyango to get that red card, it was a ball that was played over and through so that Chauke can run onto it. Especially even with the second game that they played versus Sundowns, they saw that there's a little bit of space there at the back to be exploited, and Abolibusa are not the fastest people on the pitch. So hopefully when they do attack, they can be a lot more direct with them going forward. They did try a lot to play through Umatuludi on the right-hand side when they faced this team last time out, having Umatuludi being the guy who's running up most of the time. But I believe that, you need Apolis to come into the game and you need Chauke to come into the game. Cole Alexander has been shockingly good in an 8-ish, 10-ish role. I never thought we'd ever see that with the Cole Alexander. But I guess when you don't have the resources, man, like Abo Sundowns to go and get all these players, you have to be creative. And that's what Polokwane City has been, If Polokwane City counter, hopefully they take their chances. Guys, I'm telling you, last 30 minutes, if you can hold out with Mamelodi Sundowns to the last 30 minutes, or at least keep it respectful, maybe 1-0, you'll be able to do something. Unlike another team that I know that kind of went pound for pound, or tried to go pound for pound with Sundowns. Not even pound for pound. It was a little bit naive versus Mamelodi Sundowns and were hurt by many goals. many goals, 3 goals by halftime. So let's see. Polokwane City are trying to be the Huru team. Tarabano lyric. 11 men behind the ball. Yes. Mara prasem ngati le GNU yenu man. I-GNU yenu iyachincha man. Ngapha one day you are friends of Polokwane, the other days you are friends of Kimang. Who did we play? The friends of Santa. Hey Mara. I-GNU yenu ngati teka prasem. 10 minutes in, it is 0-0. I would say Sundowns has had the better of the possession and maybe some position up the pitch, but we haven't seen too much from the two teams in terms of a proper attack. There was that cross by Umurena that went straight into Sapunga's hands. So there was that, but other than that, there hasn't been much movement. Karabone, offside. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I didn't understand that from our coach because I thought he would have approached it this way. Don't distance yourself from that team, OT. Claim it to the chest. Look, entitled Abuti African, listen. I'm on the clock. I am a fan of football. I'm a fan of football who's hosting a show. I have no affiliation today. It has been Polokwane City, same WhatsApp group. Uzbiro says, I'm from Polokwane. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Your heart lies in Soweto. Your heart lies in Soweto. This sales, I feel sorry for sales. And I feel sorry for sales because I'm not sure if Coach Mangoba's system works for an out-and-out striker. The other thing that's very interesting is watching Sales and Shalulile together on the pitch. Both players that want to get into the box and play. Fine, Shalulile might run at defenses a bit more, but I don't know if Sales and Shalulile can play together. Like it's a similar thing when you look at Ribeiro and you look at Ribeiro, Shalulile, and Zwane. They had their moments, but they're not really good. The moments we saw Reyners, Matthews, and Ribeiro, it changed. So I'm not sure what type of game they're going to be playing here. Obviously, when you don't have Mudau, you tend to then, maybe, oh, did the lights, what's happening to the lights? Or is it just, maybe it's my TV. If you don't have Mudau, you can at least trust on Umurena getting all the way to the byline and trying to play balls. He's already played a couple of crosses. So maybe that's going to be the plan for today, that we give the ball to Umurena, run up the sideline, and trust that when he gets to that byline, he will play the proper ball and make the right decision up there. So maybe that's going to help Usales and Shalulile. Yeah, no, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was the lights of the thing. The lights at Loftus seem to be doing something, man. They seem to be doing something. But anyway, where did Sundowns get the Sales guy? Agent says Sales is a winger today. I saw. It's interesting. It's interesting. I don't think he's going to be beating people. So is it maybe a case of trying to open up more space for Shalulile to play? So, for example, what Pirates did with Makgopa in the second half yesterday, they started shifting him out wide left and playing Aborile inside. So is it maybe a plan to try and free up a space centrally? I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. Oti, which team you think is going to win? I'm going with Mamelodi Sundowns, to be honest with you. At Hlangani, Mangoba's obsession with CAF is costing the club. Guys, you guys don't like Mangoba. You don't like Mangoba. Guys. Then Kalaza last season, Guti, there's no rotation. He hasn't been rotating. Players are tired. There's fatigue. They don't say tired, but fatigue. Oh. Man. Okay, let's see. Load shedding, lights went off. Sundowns switched off the lights. Soweto gent. Load shedding, Sundowns didn't pay Eskom. Now he plays him as a winger today. But this dude is already lost now. Tshwane says Sales is better on the white coming in. He's very strong from the white channel. Really, Tshwane? Interesting. So I'm assuming it's wide without the ball. So the white channel cutting in, but not necessarily with the ball at his feet. As a as a second runner behind Ushalulile. Is that maybe the plan for today? Oh, Zanele, welcome, Mr. Uchi. So you call Tilbeto names, but with sales, you come with excuses. Hey, Mina, I have not said anything about Uchilpeto. I have not said anything about Uchilpeto. Sales, I called him a conman a long time ago. I want to give him grace, similar to what we give to Uchilpeto. Sizabona. Yazi, nina short-term memory when it comes to these things. It's fine, Belile. Ngiyazi ukuthi awazi ukuthi ungene kuyiphi GNU. It's okay. MK says we are here to defend Mangoba. And guys, I don't want to be defending Mangoba, guys. Ukush Mangoba. I don't want to be defending Mangoba all day long. Isn't it a bit early? And he's done so well with what he's had to do. Isn't it early, man? But the Pirates could be top for now, but then middle of the season also, there's some speed bumps that come. Alright, guys, he's brought you Bolitaku. You know, he's played who was that kid? He's played a lot of people here. Imagine Nyakalaza. Hey, Nikumbulu Rulani, too much. OT, there's no problem with rotation, but don't change the whole team. Do you know what's funny, Fananom? I actually am an advocate of changing the whole team. And this is why. In my head, if you have a team as deep as Mamelodi Sundowns can do something that a lot of teams cannot do. And that is having two separate teams with two separate chemistries, right? And two separate, two separate chemistries and two separate styles of play. The problem sometimes with rotation is when you start mixing and matching, you start losing the identity of at least one of those two teams when you start mixing and matching, and some people get injured and some people have to come back and some people do this. Why then, if you're not a Sundown, say, mangin resta borinas, min resta nonke. And then when I bring in a secondary team, that secondary team gets to play together, learn how to play together, and they don't have to worry about being a B team or A team or whatever. They then, maybe you could even assign them games and say, you guys play games that are like this. Wouldn't that be a better solve? Because my problem with some of what Rulani did last year, for example, and obviously it's because of the number of games. One of the issues was that later on in the season, Mokwena gets injured. Now you're asking somebody to come in who hasn't played, who hasn't done any of the stuff, who hasn't gotten a chance, who hasn't gotten the 90 minutes of confidence, and you're asking them to fit into that team. You get what I mean? So it's here or there. I'm for the two-team thing, especially with a team as big as Sundowns, but it can be risky at times. Oh, Morena, wanting to run past everyone. I like what Mangoba's doing, giving everyone a chance. They're building a solid team with depth, says Tyler. When I see Loftus, I remember the Bafana 3-0 loss in the World Cup. Hebanna. Now when I see Loftus, I remember the Bulls winning the Super 14 in 2007. Oh, wait, yeah, let me not date myself. I like what Mangoba's doing. Our squad can beat any PSL team, says Sipo. Agent says Mangoba makes it difficult to defend at times. Mara, guys, at least give him the grace of losing. At least give him the grace of losing. At least give him the grace which I oh, nangumuntu ashay slide take la tatu muntu akenai. Unkwe. Atela konke man. Mangoba is all about giving others a chance, unlike Pirates, same team all day, every day. Like, this is the total mismatching, says the OT. What you're saying is true, just like Sir Alex Ferguson, Man United. Well, if you, that's what I'm saying, if you can. I think Sundowns is the only team that can do that and not worry too much about the quality drop. Nazo, there's that ball. There's that ball. You see the ball that was played there? That's the one I want to see more often. The one where you put it in between the defense and the goalkeeper, and Williams has to make a choice. That's how Onyango got a red card. And that's possibly how you put some of those defenders under pressure in order to put them into foul trouble. You get what I mean? So that's what I need, but they shouldn't get too cocky. Hey, if you leave it open, you're going to give them space. If you leave it open, you're going to give them space. You fell down, buddy. You fell down. You should have fell down immediately instead of waiting. Can Manqoba also give Onyango a chance? Onyango came in. Onyango got a red card versus Polokwane City. He played in the game. He played against Polokwane City, actually, because Ronwen was doing the Ballon d'Or thing. We don't have time to build, says Z. Manqoba udlala ngemali straight win Sundowns, says Themba. Wow. Now
The game has changed today. There's betting, there's all these people are emotional.
People are emotional. There's betting in Labo. It's in my diwa. You're not getting sad because it's in You're getting sad because it balance. Wallet, you Betway 18. Speaking of Betway, 20 million rand league prize. 20 million rand league prize. It was announced today. I'm sure Pratemba has some videos on his side where they speak about he was attending the press conference. I'm pretty sure Pratemba was there. I fully understand what you're saying, OT, and I agree, but have a plan just in case things go south. I think that's why Reyners is on the bench. I think that's why you're seeing Reyners and Mudiba and Allende on the bench. If push comes to shove, those players are going to come in and steady the ship. So I think that's why he's got those players on the bench, because those are first team starters, or A-team quote unquote starters. So if there's an emergency, throw in Polokwane City. We are 21 minutes into the game. Quiet game though. It's been a quiet game. Sundowns, I hope you guys are not counting shots and shots on target and all of that, because there hasn't been that much in that regard. You should have shot at the same time. You should have hit at the same time. Ay, Belile. Segele, man. Segele, man. Yeah, Belile. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Nami vutile. Utisho yami, man. Ngena amacoin. Oh, Skomota. It's so weird. Uskomota doesn't go to a riding game, a Machupa game. Umuntu celebrating it. He comes to a Sundowns game. But I guess Polokwane. So he came with the Polokwane. Network is showing me flames today, says Lulu. Matuludi is a quality. No, he's a great player. Matuludi is an incredible player. I'd love to see him tested though, because going forward, he's incredible. Mara. Hey, when. Hey, we're now police. Oh. And then? What was that? After such good work.
Bafana, man. What?
Are they scared of Williams? Are they that scared of Williams? Wendy is asking, who are you rooting for? Wendy, I am rooting for football. Football is going to be the winner tonight. And really, that is what matters. And we should keep sight of allowing the game to be the win and not dividing ourselves as to who is going to win or lose. I'm tired because if I say something, I'm going to be called names. Quite, yes, boring, no. Boring isn't bad. I don't know. Like, I saw some of my comments from my match reaction. Guys, boring isn't bad. Boring is incredible. Boring saves energy, especially if you can do it well and get away with the games. Boring is very nice. Last night's game was not boring because of Pirates. It was boring because Richards Bay only woke up for my 60th minute and started playing. It's not a bad thing, guys. Mangova's experimenting against. Komota is sitting where DDC players sit and the other Sundown staff. Hey, agent, you can't take people anywhere. You'll take them, you bring them along from Polokwane and then they'll go sit with the other team. The day Chiefs invites me to a game, I'm gonna go sit with whoever they're playing against. Msabu Pope. Sundowns experiment with other teams and not Chiefs. They're scared to lose to Chiefs. To be fair, Bongs, if there's one team you don't want to lose to, when it comes to noise, it's Chiefs. If Sundowns had lost to Chiefs, yo. At least with Polokwane, they lost to Polokwane. It was a trending thing for a little bit and then it went away. So the last people you want to do. Thank you, soweto. Guys, please gift. Please tap the screen. Numerator, denominator. No, I'm politically correct today. Who is the Fabrizio Romano of South Africa? I wouldn't call him Fabrizio, Pratemba. Pratemba knows a lot, and Pratemba doesn't do lives the way that he used to do lives, because in those lives he would drop hints, namcebisa, and then he got into trouble. So so then he got into trouble. So that's what I'd say. But I'd imagine the guys that like dropping news is gold. Nazo gold. Oh, he's doing the Shalulile celebration. Oh, it's the youngster. Oh no, yeah, I was about to say, I thought it was the other youngster. Oh, wow. Mamelodi Sundowns 1-0. This is all you need to do. Finish your chances, eat your food. Litlaku has scored. Litlaku. Wonderful goal. He's actually been looking for that goal for a while. Which team was it that was playing where he broke through? I think it was the Royal AM game where he tried to put it into the corner. And also, salesman with the assist. Huh? Sales with the assist. It has tendenyana. Okay. Let's see. Lord Kambala, the Chiefs player. Lord who? We don't say that name here, Velili. We don't say that name here. And then you start saying these things. Please, we don't say that here. Thank you, Patrice. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tyler, for the gifts. Please tell them to gifts, man. Salesman, you saw. Yeah, no, we saw, agent. We saw. What did I say about Litaku? It's payback time from Pijama Mara. Why are you calling them Pijama FC? Ay, man. Our future is very bright looking at these young stars. And Vusi, that has been, I think, the most interesting thing from this season. The most interesting thing from this season has to be how many youngsters or younger players are coming through. Like, if you think about Bodi Tshwane, who are playing well at TS Galaxy, even though TS Galaxy is losing, fine. But it's good to see youth. You're looking at Abon Kota. Abon Fukeng have already laid the groundwork. Abon Bata, Abon Sesane. The younger players, man. Abon vilakazi, Shawalala's putting up his hand. Abo Duba. Hey guys, like it's a great time, man. It's a great time. It's a great time to be here. And what's also nice is Mamelodi Sundowns has been winning without tshwane. Tito has missed some games for Orlando Pirates. And I don't think the teams felt it like that. And I think that makes teams very strong to know that you've got a Zwane, capable Zwane on the bench with the Ribeiro, with Abomapena, with Abolitlaku. You've got a capable Tito on the bench, even though the guys in the starting thing are performing. You know, it's an incredible thing to see this season, and I'm loving it. Hopefully, man, the youngster I'm waiting for is Mkhulise. Mkhulise is the youngster that I'm waiting for to catch his wings. Look, he's got a long career ahead of him. And, I hope Sundowns can trust him. Oh, Sales! Shall we buy to 810? Thank you, Sales. Maybe he's not a scorer, guys. Maybe he just wants to feed everybody else, and we got it wrong, asking Sales to score. Yeah? Ultra, what was that? Oh, aye, man, salesman. Let me see, now Polokwane FC will open up, and that's where we're going to hit them hard. I still say keep it respectable. If I'm Polokwane City, keep it respectable. If you can keep it at 1-0 for my 60 minutes, you've got a chance to come back. Chiefs almost came back in their game, almost made it 2-2 last minute. Royal AM almost made it 2-2 in their game after scoring, I think it was like the 87th minute or something like that. Marumo Gallants, even though they lost that game, I think it was 4-1, they were able to play towards the end where they were creating chances and hitting balls at Ronwen. So I think that the thing right now is not to get too excited and try chase the game. Chasing the game is very ill-advised when you're playing Sundowns. Just wait, just be a little bit patient, and your chance will come. I still feel like they need to be countering a lot more, two-man counter. But yeah, but here we go. Pass it to Sales. He knows what to do. They must play this young Litlaku in the group stages of the Champions League. I'm happy with my ticket, but I'm not there winning. So Sbag, what did you say? What is your ticket? Kulis is a youngster, guys. Eternal youngster. The youngest 28-year-old that we have in the league right now. OT was slowly retiring the legend Tshwane. I told you he's lethal coming in from that wide angle. He's a playmaker. I said he's a 9.5 striker, says agent. Yeah, the eternal youngster surprise. You know him. Correct, OT. You can't talk about Tshwane and Tito in the same sentence. I'm talking about their own teams. Say what you want about Tito in comparison to Tshwane, but Tito is a very important Pirates player. Similar to how Tshwane had been a very important Pirates player. Guys. Hey, Mara. OT, please buy Salesman. Seems like you like the guy. No, Korani. Mina, I'm fighting for sales. Who sales Babantu has had weeks of people saying that he can't finish. He can't do all of those things. Mina, I want to defend him. I want to defend the boy, man. Let him play. Nah, as Tolili came time. Now who is now finding out what type of player he is. He's not a finisher. He's a guy who plays the ball. Eh? Think about Themba Zwane. What do you know about Themba Zwane? Most of the time, when he's playing there for his Sundowns, if you put him in a false 9 position, agakori. So play him where he wants to be played, man. Salesman number 10. People use the wrong marking on him. Polokwane City don't play like the last 2 games. I'm disappointed Polokwane is letting us down, says Montana. It's you guys. Like your youngster you once had achieved. Oh, Ivan Bukenya. Do you know who's getting older and you're not realizing how old is Umshini? Polokwane got ahead of themselves, says Ucha, and a salesman is very expensive for Chiefs. It's okay, guys. It's okay. When you talk of important players, does Chiefs have that important player? It's meant to be Sereno, I'd say. Hi, Bongan. We're not talking about Chiefs. We're only going to see Chiefs on the 27th of November. We're still off. We're still minding our own business. Hey, why am I saying we? Chiefs is still off. They're minding their own business at Naturena. They're trying to fix problems, Ngali. When there's a match here, 33 minutes in, 1-0. Sundowns is leading Polokwane City. I think what disappoints me most about Polokwane in this game is, okay, maybe they've looked dangerous, not super dangerous, but they've looked dangerous once or twice. I've expected them to be a little bit more. I expected them to be a little bit more attacking, or maybe having a plan. They did that very well versus Sundowns in the 2 games they played. Oh, way. Otlo Trapela Polo inside. That was such a risky thing for the defender. Striker's on your left-hand side, so you bring the ball to him. Ninga press nje. Coordinate the press. Okay, let's see. But we're not playing 16. Oh, it's the 16 November. So 16 November, really? Oh, in the league, we're back 27, ne? Thank you, Tembo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother. MJ says, guys, stop fighting. Let's just watch the match. We're not fighting. Go. Somebody we're teaching Polokwane Pythagoras. The Pythagorean theorem. Hola. Eh? Cell squared plus Litlaku squared equals Shalulile squared. Let's see. We like talking about but let's leave them alone. What happened to Swallows? Swallows got bought, remember? They got bought out by Marumo Kalans. Said that financial problems. So Kalans bought them. Mario Boyson, Chiefs legend. Do you think Vala would make a cut tomorrow? I think Vala is one of the best defenders in terms of if you need him to defend. Vala's only problem is that unlucky. Agent always says he'll do 9 things correct in the game. 9 things correct. And then the 10th thing will be the worst mistake. So that's his only problem, Vala, to be honest with you. Sales was in the box. First time I see this happen. Swallows is not an attacking team. If you have watched them, they defend. Polokwane. No, Junior, I'm not saying that they must attack. What I'm saying is parking the bus means nothing unless you have pressure releases. So even don't think of it as attack. Think of it as pressure releases. If you allow a team to continue coming back and hitting you, something's going to give. But if you can show a little bit of danger to the other team, maybe they start going, Morena, you can't push up too far. Or we have to bring somebody back in order to look after our police, or look after Uchauke because they basbula on the counters. Maybe it stops them from doing certain things. But if you're just going to sit back and park a bus and Hashem, they're going to pummel you until they score a goal. And unfortunately for them, like right now, Sundowns has scored the first goal. So now the onus is on them if they want to go win this game or draw this game to have to go at Sundowns, which now becomes even riskier. Vala is just taller, guys. Yeah, Maram Vala makes one mistake. If you go to all of those matches, he was perfect until he slipped. Vala defense to score own goals. I wish they can trust Khoza. He's faster than Lunga. Look at that pass from Salesman. I miss Bloom Celtic though. How Bloom Celtic? Abo clean boy Taibos. Abo Moses Pandil. James Matidilani used to play for them. About James Matidilani, Polokwane has only made 77 passes at an accuracy rate of 66%. I know they're here to watch, Whoever phoned Coach Puti last time phoned the coaches now on the bench because this is not it. Vala doesn't make a mistake when he has a bandage. Yes, bandage Mvala. That's the final form of Mvala. Bandage Mvala. I wanna see if maybe that goes to Grant. Must be a centre back pairing of Bandage Mvala and Bandage Grant. There's the ball I was looking for. Yes, that's what you need to do. Thank you. Why did it take so long for you guys to realize that it's something that you can do? What did I say about letting Uchauke go? Because it puts the keeper under pressure too. And look at how Mamelodi Sundowns has now lost possession. That's what I mean. Positive play sometimes, guys. Nikeledi says draw is better. Q-Boy, what did Q-Boy say? Your Chess Galaxy is firing a coach this week. Are they trending? Pele was meant to be gone. What's happening? Oh, did they kick out the ball boy? They kicked out the ball boy. Wasting time. He's cooking with the through balls. The boys must switch on. Joel Mahorosi, John Maduka is at... Yeah, John Maduka, Kane was the coach. Punya Selesen. Paul Boy, and he played for them too. Williams doing things Kune used to do in his prime, says Ubongane. Gustavo says CAF training for the ball boys. He's losing to Stellies 5 games though. Oh, he's losing. It's over for him. But then, Tshwane, do you risk getting rid of a coach now and bringing in people that are not going to have enough time to adapt? Or do you make a phone call and bring in, I don't know, Ernst Middendorp? Try to get Ernst Middendorp to leave Cape Town Spurs, or Gaetano Tembo or somebody like that. Do you make that move this early in the season? What do you think? Vala once scored an own goal with the bandage against Wheathead. Maraspu, why are you ruining a good time? These boys always chased away. This is ill discipline. They're part of the team, guys. They're part of the team. Yellow card coming out to Udlamini. We're now getting into the critical phases. The critical phase of the game is now. First 5 minutes of the half, final 5 minutes, first 5 minutes of second half, final minutes to the end of the game. Final 5 minutes to the end of the game. Those are critical phases, and that's where teams usually start relaxing. They start thinking to themselves, halftime is coming up. They're in the changing room, and they usually concede there. So let's see if either team can maybe get something here, where Polokwane can maybe go into halftime 1-1, or Sundowns can go into halftime 2-0 and breathe a sigh of relief there. 41 minutes in, 1-0 Mamelodi Sundowns still. Ernst is seeing flames on that side. 5 games away, lost 4. That's why I get a call, Ernst. I think he misses, maybe he misses the top flight football. Ningachase nonke. SA League and firing coaches early. These teams learn from Chipampenge and Sister Zubongs. Tshwane says maybe Dylan Kerr. Kind of Dylan Kerr was in the country. This Polokwane City team is missing Javulan Maluleka. Belile. Apolis might be the one to change. Apolis might be the one to change the hopes of Polokwane, says Wahib. Now is giving the ball away too much today. He's off it. What's sad about these players is that Umanqoba has long told us he seems to be disappointed at times with his Sundowns and Sundowns being casual. I think Umanqoba wants, if we're going to attack, let's attack fully and let's go all the way. Don't half clutch your attack. So I wonder what he thinks about these guys when he's watching games like this, that are so slow, and Sundowns hasn't really fashioned that many chances out and out, They've got the ball, they're playing with the ball, but they haven't created danger themselves like that. Maema is given a chance, but he's not using it. Junior says Polokwane is a good team, but Sundowns is showing that they're world class. The squad is just different. Let's see. Halftime, guys. Remember, I'm letting 5 people. We're going to have a conversation about what we saw in the first half. And then, if we can get to 25,000 likes, I'm going to make it 27,000 likes. I'll keep it open. Everybody will be able to rotate in and out and give me a minute of what you're thinking of the game and what you're seeing here. That was a careless pass. I guess it won a corner, but it was a careless ball. That one. Khoza's not ready for the first team game, says Agent. Will Truta do a better job at TS Galaxy compared to Nerkovic? Well, luckily for Truta, he's got Richards Bay, which is, I guess, is relatively okay what he's doing. Halftime, I think a lot of coaches will do better. There's probably maybe a reason, to be fair. Maybe there's a reason why Seed is not doing so well after selling Abom Jela and all of those type of players. It's understandable that he's going to struggle, right? I'm just like, Mara, to struggle this much is something interesting. And the lack of noise around it is also very telling. Not bad, but not ready. Miami was never the same after the red card away in Morocco. But I think that's what I like about the coach Mangoba. We're seeing these players now. We're seeing them. He's rotating them often enough that now we are seeing a lot of the guys and actually telling exactly where their level is, you know? We can tell now. You can see it. Our sales trap Apollo. Nazbo. Now when we're looking at him, he's making mistakes. Even Makesi finished better results than TS Galaxy, who finished 8th. Guys, teams that get promoted usually do well. That's the issue. They usually do much better than the teams that are in the league, the guys who get promoted. So I'm not surprised. I mean, Abo Chipa were hot when they got into the league that first time. Now it's just Galaxy. I just want to do something. My chair was squeaking. Sorry about that, guys. Sales is too slow, man. He needs a Red Bull. Even Makesi are better. We all want Miami to play, but the performance he's giving us is off. So here comes the question. How long do you hold on to a player like that? How long do you hold on to a Miami? Is there a world where you let him go and allow him to go play somewhere else? Maybe similar to Mbule. What is happening with Mbule and Skukune? At what point do you let them go and say, "Hi guys, it's been years"? Remember Vasco da Gama when they were in the PSL round 1? They did well for a rookie team. Yeah, them Polokwane City did well when they got promoted. Royal AM, technically, Royal AM's first season after when they bought the Status Sep, Milford and Celtic, they finished 3rd, I believe, in that season. Guy Sales is a good player. It's giving Tembazwani. He just needs something yan. MJ, I told you guys already. I think Sales is similar to Azwani in that maybe his finishing is not top notch, but he seems to enjoy dropping back and playing the ball, which is interesting to see somebody of his height, I guess, doing that. But then again, I guess he's from South America, isn't he? So maybe he's got that thing. Okay, guys, it is half time. Remember, please feel free to request, but you have to be following me in order to request. So let's go from there. Tyler, why can't you let go of Miami? Why can't you let go of Miami? Why can't you let go of Miami? Okay, let me see. Ramovic was very competitive. Just look at Miami's performance. He forgot that he took jabs at us at Orlando Pirates. That's why. That's the one I wanted. I wanted more than anything else. Abolis needs to move away from Polokwane before it's too late, says Wahib. Kumo, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
Ay, kishapo my guy, ke one lead retlareng. Wena?
Ubonang ko gaming ena Kumo. What's happening? How do you rate the performance? How do you rate the rotations?
Rotation is one of those instances it's actually working for us in the sense of like we actually have more shots on target or at least Marekis we've got a goal, one. So if I were to say something bad about the rotations, I would be nitpicking. because I mean, like, why am I complaining? Yes, there are some chances that we have squandered. There are some people who aren't really performing to their optimal best tonight. Why one? But yeah, I guess it's Komota. I guess when you well, a lead is a lead, one, and I don't see Polokwane City causing havoc, even though they've got Chauke, Remugrile, Remadile. I think we've prepared for him. Mara, this guy, Mangoba man, orat experiment, and now we've got Mabue as number 4.
Mara ha rulana converta batho. Alil.
Marabiana, like Roland Naira Mutomoani, yo, Ratlawana go pile. But yeah, man, honestly, the highlight goal of the young boy, why Bonor Mola Asitum fella like it was planned. He knew what he was trying to do. And I'm glad he didn't go for power. He placed it and like Hilly like Nyana Yamutusanyana. But
Yeah.
okay, sure, continue.
So wait. So Kumo, how should Sundowns approach this second half?
Now first off, Coppola Rikile, because we know my team, they've got a tendency of relaxing, especially like at the last 20 minutes. So I don't know. I got one starting lineup. What my Ben?
No.
Okay, I think so. The reason why I give me this, so I get a like a amateur hour today. It's a whole different rotation. So can we have Masako come in only because of like I want them to outrun anyone? Can Shalulile score 2 goals so we can relax? Then we can manage the game. Because anything can happen at the side.
I'm gonna come back. Let me go to Gustavo. Gustavo, welcome to the show. How are you?
So, Tifere.
Mangimnandi man. Gustavo, 1-0 to Mamelodi Sundowns. We won on game.
Chippy. Arkopane Mamelodi Sundowns. I can't score more, we can't lose. It's equivalent to FIFA president. You can't just lose, you know. But yeah, yeah. But I think the game that's one thing I said when people said we're gonna lose this game and they thought it's gonna be the same, and it goes to that's when you see people don't really understand what's going on, what happened last game and what's happening in this game. You know, last game we had no balance, and today we have creative players. There's a balance. There are players in their positions, and there are players not really that much playing out of position. Not too many number 6s going on and playing in the number 10 role. You know, hence why we are able to do what we can do and create the chances that we can create. You know, it has been a very, very, very consistent performance. As much as I can see, some of the players are not on the same wavelength. You know, for example, look at Kulisa, Ata Sales, Neo Maema. You know, Ata Sales has been trying to play those through balls, but, you know, Kulisa is not aware, and Neo Maema is also not aware of those through balls, you know. But so far, so good, man. A wonderful performance from the boys. And I think we have an idea. Those who don't have an idea what other sales can do, that's what they can do, basically. It's always looking for the 1-2. You know, like a Temba's one, always looking for the 1-2. Give him the 1-2. You know, get him in the game. You know, let him do the back heels and be switched on. That's how you play with a player like that. You have to be switched on. If you're not switched on, you're gonna make him look bad. Yeah. As much as he's stumbling with the ball on his feet, but when he plays those short passes, you have to be switched on. Don't make him look bad. You know. And you know, my man, and I'm always I value this guy. I rate him highly, you know, because I know the quality he has. Today is not in control of the ball, and it's sort of disappointing me, man. Actually heartbreaking to see him also losing possession with his passes.
Maran Loguniti, you guys keep saying quality, but you complain every time he comes onto the pitch that he's not giving.
That's the problem with a player like Neoma. It takes him time to get back on form, and I think these types of matches play him. Like right now, I'd like him to come out, take him out now, or in the 68th minute, take him out, pull him out. Next game, add him as a substitute. give him those short yana minutes and get him in intertwined with all the other players. Then you can see him retaining the ball, because right now he's making quick decisions and it's unlike him. He thinks first before he releases the ball. But yeah, beautiful goal by Lukaku. Simnandi, man.
How should the two teams approach the second half?
Okay, in terms of Polokwane City, like you've been calling this whole game, get who's this guy? Get a police inverting into the midfield and playing those quick balls over the center backs of Mamelodi Sundowns, and get Chauka running. Get Chauka running and don't play them direct. Just try playing them slightly wider, because you play them direct, they go directly to Williams. Try playing them slightly wider so that Williams has much more distance to cover, and you can get that foul. If you're looking for that foul, you can get that mistake whereby he has to make a compromise. Play those balls, those long balls over the top. Play those long balls over the top and try to get another extra man, whether it's an police up front, but who's gonna release the passes? That's the thing. We need the speed of Apolis at the back there, because I think it's the one who got Onyango a red card.
Yeah, Uchauk him.
Yeah, Uchauk.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, get those guys and Sundowns. Keep what you are doing and just do better, man. Because you've been in control, been making the right decisions, especially going forward. The passes you've been connecting well, but that final ball, that final pass, if I can put it like that, hasn't been there. Improve and yeah, hopefully the coach pulls some guys and introduces Abo Tapelo Masego.
Okay.
Pull out Sales or Shalulile.
For time, I'm gonna go to Usbuda just to get Usbuda in. Sbuda, welcome to the show. How are you?
Wala uthi kunjani?
Amangimnandi Sbuda. Sbuda, nice Sundowns 1-0.
Evening to everyone.
Nice Sundowns 1-0. Uthini ngeke.
It's beautiful football from Sundowns. We need to give credit when it's due. Even though Amanyama player they don't click, like the brother just said, but most they are raising their hands. But I want to talk a lot about Polokwane City. There's a problem. They are not playing the way they should be playing. Let me put it like that, because the previous game, if you looked at them and you look at them now, I see like a very scared Polokwane City.
Yeah.
But they have every right, they're playing against the best, it's not something Joe can just, overrun and say, we're going to face them just like that. But overall, Sundowns is making, nice moves. They're playing a nice football. They show that they are big. They can't be beaten twice by one team in the next 2-3 weeks, You have to step your authority, but I think they're doing a very good job. Also, Arthur Sales, he's raising his hand. There's been talks about that guy. Yo. Hey, Nimklegile. OT, I remember. But let's not dwell on that. But I think he's showing his better. Or how can he be better in the team? Also, I wanna praise Matuludi, guys. That player must be bought. I know Apolis is the favorite there, but that guy, you get that guy, you have a secret weapon. He's very, very, he's talented, and he has that, never showed a dying attitude. He's always there fighting, Also, I think Umkulisa needs to also come to the patch. Although I see the short passes, he's doing a lot of that. I think he's also the main link, but I think he can do more. I think he can do more. Also, Sundowns, they should be shooting from range. You don't have to pass the ball into the net in every match. Sometimes play ugly like Pirates. When you get to that position, shoot.
So then tell me, Sbuda,
so that the league can be in.
No, I just want to ask you on that point that you're saying now. Umangoba has said in the past few press conferences that Ngati he's not happy with the ruthless, how he wants his Sundowns team to be more ruthless, to have more. Is he happy going into halftime after watching that half?
But I think Sundowns is gonna come back maybe to score 2 goals in the next 10 minutes. But with that being said, if you know Mangoba, you know he's a ruthless coach. Remember him in Golden Arrows. He used to win 5-4.
Yeah.
I remember he won the final 6-1, I think.
6-0.
He believes 6-0, yes. And he believes in players that take and shoot. Take your chances and shoot. And the more the merrier. So I'm thinking coming back, he's gonna emphasize the shooting. He's gonna tell the players like Mayema to try the goalkeeper from far, because you can see that defense is not opening up. They're crushing everything. Balls in the bottom, balls on top. You try to play the balls behind. They're there. So maybe from a distance, you'll get something.
Let me go to
good game from Sundown.
Let me go to Sugar Spice. Sugar Spice. Man, ngimnandi phela mina off out of office man. Siya Brian Chorena. Sugar Spice.
But on a serious note, Sundowns first half ball rotation yabo, it was really superb. The only two players, including only two players that didn't come to a party. Abolo khoza, Mkhulisi no Mayema, yabona. Yeah. So I think there's one of the guys like panelist ukuthi iwaraise ukuthi Mayema, if they can be able to give him at least 15 minutes, if it does not show up, then bam dons, yabona. Yeah. But now the only difference is that Sundowns you overload the left hand side lokhoza. You Polokwane City. And of which Machururi is more offensive as compared to Lokhoza who Divine Loom. Yeah. So another thing is that I think Mina Nanentwana there's a development for me now. No, has it? Now I do understand why Sundowns promote. They don't just promote any ordinary player from UTTC. Because I have seen some quality, more especially in the move. Technical awareness, the way you read a game, and also the element of what you say young is very, very mobile. So, but other than that, it's Sundowns, ball rotation, the only thing can be Ilokuza. The only thing I'm trying to bang against the Polokwane City, a police no. A police are involved in the game there, so that he can be able to try find spaces behind Ulokuza, defense Sundowns. But other than that, Sundowns ball restitution imnandi over. Nalentwana lazy, ngiyayibona le goal first goal. You could tell ukuthi technique la payane corner because he knew ukuthi okay, let me try and something outside the box and born to but for now so far so good for the Sundowns, even though Siama Pagania, but we know with the Sundowns it's one of the best teams, not in the country but in the continent. Okay. Ball rotation is great. They're rotating the ball, pass one and all of that stuff. Maruko Chubachelile Utimina, I don't care for 1,000 passes. But I'm funny penetration, I'm funny core. Do you think that Mangoba will be happy with the first half? Uzoba, I can't say Uzoba happy because you knew if you even saw Kaizer Chiefs, you wanted more goals. So was a same point Leo Gucci. Manje they need to even if they can try and not to put Badalama 1-2. Ngobalento lo to Badalama 1-2 is in figure boxing. Ne more especially in Abona Polokwane City is playing a low block. I think the only clear cut chances is sometimes what I think now 5. So maybe sometimes they need to be ruthless. They need to take my chances outside the box.
Okay. Guys, the game is getting back, but let me quickly see. Kumo, score prediction.
3-0.
3-0. Gustavo.
5-0. Adala 2-0.
Yeah, I was about to say bet sleep. Let me go to Smuda.
It's a 3-0. It's gonna be a 3-0.
3-0. Sugar Spice.
1-1.
1-1.
Yeah, 1-1.
At least when I think is Kulmayo. Okay, guys, we're getting back in. Thank you guys so much for the guys that joined me halftime. 27K, then I leave it open and everybody can jump in and tell me their thoughts about what they're seeing here. We are back for the second half of second half of Polokwane City versus Mamelodi Sundowns. The first half was interesting. It was interesting because I expected a lot more confidence from Polokwane City, especially knowing that up to this point they've played 3 games versus Mamelodi Sundowns this season, and they've looked fairly good. Well, this is the 3rd game. They've looked fairly good in 2 of those games. So I would have thought that maybe they'd come out and look a little bit more assured. When they played versus Mamelodi Sundowns, Polokwane, they looked in control, and maybe it's the size of the pitch and old Pitso Mosimane Stadium and playing outside and Ronwen is not there and all of the different things you could say. But I expected them to come into this game and have a little bit more power. When you look at Polokwane City, I don't think they're using Apolis correctly. And I think Apolis and Chauke can hurt Sundowns in this game. You just need the 2 of them to play better. But if everybody's going to be trying to drop back in, then they're not going to be able to get through and really put the Sundowns defense under pressure. This reminds me a lot of last season, where when we finally saw Abo Libusa specifically getting put under pressure, Abo Mabue, I believe Mabue is playing some sort of centre back right now. You could you could run at them and attack them, and you could force mistakes. But if you're going to sit back and just sit, something's wrong. When it comes to Mamelodi Sundowns, look, they have the possession. They have the game. They've been playing. They've been passing around and doing all that stuff. The question is, can they be sharper and more direct? Right? Can they show a hunger to go score 5 goals? Because it seems like they're coasting on the fact that they're seeing that Polokwane City is not all the way in the game today. So let's see what they can do. Hopefully, Polokwane City can give us a game here. But yeah, we'll see. Thank you guys. Kupari gift, Kupa. Where is it? Kupari gift, guys. Kupari gift. Thank you to those that are tapping the screen there. We've crossed 27. So I'm letting people in. Let me start with Chavalava. Chavalava, welcome to the show. How are you? Chava. Okay, let me go to CJ. CJ.
Alala.
How are you doing, my brother?
Man, it's okay, man. Watching this high school match in a high school field with just the local community coming to watch the game. Or yesterday we watched parades almost filling up a stadium on a Tuesday evening. But yeah, it's all of those things we're doing. You know, the local team is playing. Omakulu, come and watch. But yeah, Mr. Oti, Sundowns Light is doing quite well, I won't lie. I think they're playing very, very well. I'm also a little bit disappointed with Apollos. I don't know whether this guy's mindset is still at Polokwane City. This is I think the 3rd game that I'm watching that is not as involved, not the Apollos that we know. It shows that the fact that he does not have a goal this season for the team, it's just demonstrating maybe the mindset of the player is not as the heart and the mind are not at the same place anymore. Quite interesting. You know what I find interesting, Mr. Oti? Maybe this could something that could work. Playing 3 what you call CDMs, but in 3 different positions, 2 6s and a 10. That almost a second goal, Sundowns.
Hey.
No. I don't gamble. But anyway, as I was saying, I think with Cole, knowing him to be a more of an 8, playing that 10 position, it's quite controlling. It was quite controlling the stomach of Polokwane City. I don't think Sundowns were penetrating through the stomach as we know them to be. They are playing through the wides, and here comes the 3rd goal, 2nd goal, the Sundowns.
Wasteful.
But nobody's gonna be angry.
I keep saying, but it's like for time, CJ, for time.
Lastly, last one. Why are opposition players sleeping and falling in Sundowns 18 area? Have you noticed? Even Chiefs, they were sleeping and falling. And Chauke today is just sleep, Jay. So, Jay, out of nowhere.
And you must come prepared. You must come prepared. But CJ, let me bring in Malume Kutso.
Mr. Uti,
How are you, my brother?
I'm well, and how are you?
Nake manati ki holiday. How do you feel about this game?
No, meli pelele ndaba le ukuthi abantu bangayi stadium. Yazi mina bengise stadium izolo ne igembi imnandi.
Yeah.
Hawu. Mengifika la ngizonibukela nithi the game was boring. Hey, kasha wacima. No chances. Orlando Pirates got their 1 goal and went home. Mara ngithi was umfuke uqeda abantu ebox walela unkotha. Unkotha wamisa. Unkotha uphumile wadribula na washaya ipace wavela no goalkeeper bamsave.
Mara wena ka re etsa review ya ka usane Malume Kutso. Ya usane.
No. I'm just saying usaleng naye uthole isitha.
Oh, sorry.
Lona lipejisa ngeke. Lona lepejisa wena sinje you are busy hiding behind Manqoba. Hey, Manqoba is going to be angry. Upejile.
Man, don't do those things.
Guys, time. Hey, man.
But Mr. Osinwe, I'm going to correct and say maybe even the Sundowns games that I said were boring on TV. Maybe I'm not the stadium. You need a bit of Maronza, Neskupunyana, Lapo na Lapo, the game becomes even nicer. Manje, maybe go and tosa volume. Warasa keeps you whenever Rubits by a tomorrow. Then the game is going to be boring. Because you can't even celebrate when really is dribbling people. You can't even clap hands. Because how clap them out, they just open the door and look at you. Maraking Kawin. And then you say the game is boring. You're the one who is in a boring environment. Thank you.
So maybe Malume Kutso Tshwanetse, we must have a track. I want to Sotho commentary, Zulu commentary, English commentary, Bari Maronza
and the gang and the band.
Maronza and the band.
I think what's boring, Mr. OT? It's not the game. It's the environment that you are in. Serious. Because no we are party route and then you start noticing with because you were alone, Usabamba. That's why you could hear everything the DJ was doing. This one, he was popping bottles, he had baddies around him, so the whole experience be him not. So the game it was not boring, Mr. Uti. I just wanted to correct that. Tinyo Minya.
Okay.
I can still Minya for a draw here.
Oh, GNU. Let me go to Vusi. Welcome, my brother. How are you? Man, gimnandi, man, Vusi. Gimnandi. How do you feel?
Uthi angazi ukuthi yimi mara ngizwe echo nyana man, there's an echo.
They'll keep then come back. Zookeeper, come back. Maybe that'll solve the echo. Very interesting what Malume Kutso said. In my defense, I never say that the game is boring because of the team that's attacking and playing. I always say the game is boring because you are playing and attacking somebody who's sitting back and just chilling. Richards Bay didn't even have a plan for leaving. They just give the ball to Nsundwana and make him run up the wing. So it's not that Pirates was boring. It's that the game as a whole was boring. Maybe as a Pirates fan, you find it more exciting because your team is winning. Similar to Sundowns when they're making 1,000 passes but scoring 1 goal during Rulani's time. It was very exciting for them because it's technical. But for people who are watching, you're watching a team chasing shadows for 90 minutes. Or you're watching a team not having to get out of second gear to beat the other one. That's what I mean. I don't know about other people. Bones.
Yeah, getting OT. I'm here.
Box, we want to join game. Ring game, Mokwena.
This game feels like I'm watching a Phillies game or about to cut a soccer tournament. It's like Sundowns on a training session. They're just training for CAF.
Polokwane. Anyway, Bunks.
Polokwane City almost scored, Rabban.
Heaven.
Now I feel like this game is about to carry soccer tournament or a Phillies games kind of game.
Yeah.
Sundowns are just looking like they're in a training session.
What do they have to do? What do they have to do to fix this thing? Polokwane, I see them attacking. If you were to win this game for Polokwane, how would you play it?
I'd go back to how I was playing the past two games, Sundowns. So go back to defending and try and counter at Mamelodi Sundowns.
Yeah, those spaces.
If you go and play Sundowns, if you go and play play pound for pound Sundowns, you lose.
Yeah.
Chiefs, if you go fire to fire Sundowns, you lose up to 4-0.
Otherwise, should they also just absorb Nyana and then score goals like what Litaku tried to do there?
Up the momentum and start playing like the real Sundowns we know. The one in never pala Chiefs, but like they're just training.
Okay, Box. Let me see if his echo is gone. Wusi, he echo it in. So right.
I sing right, Oti. Sing abuti kuto uyo begangan zuting bene echo.
Chayele Wusi. Intili ke.
Oti yazi into engifuna ukisho ukuthi kune team ene form, kune team ene quality. Yabona kunenye team number 1 is on form. But the Sundowns team has quality. If you change the team, I mean, look at for example, Sirino. Sirino is the best player for Kaizer Chiefs at the moment, but he couldn't make the starting 11 in this team. OT. So you understand, Guti, when you talk about the Sundowns. If Sundowns had to put this team against Chiefs, we're gonna maybe scrape through. But now, then you look at the team they put out there against the Chiefs, the OT. It shows Gutumangova was cooking 7 colors. Like, yeah, this is just a spy course. This is just a spy course. Umangova utumela abantwana othi namhlanje sila singaphekanga sidla ama chips, just go buy chips and bread. See, the team le bekayifake ku Chiefs, that was 7 colors Sunday.
Yeah.
A well-prepared team. I mean, if they can do this, remember they still have Aboloche, who can't even make the starting 11 in this, what you call a B team.
Yeah.
Abo Deruk, they're still sitting on the bench. So how do you compete against a team like that? And you blame Chiefs when they lose 4-0, and you say Chiefs is useless. No, Chiefs is not useless. We are still cooking, and what we are cooking is going to take us years to get to where Sundowns is today. Let's be honest. And Oti, can I ask for a favor, man?
Yeah.
I mean, when you watch Pirates, Sundowns, maybe Chiefs, when they get back to form, and you take them to go and play in that stadium where Polokwane City beat Sundowns with that old Peter Mukaba, it's not fair. We want to see football. As football fans, let me say, not Chiefs fan, as football fan, I like to see what Sundowns are doing, because I like to sit and analyze how far are they. So how are you going to see them when the PSL takes them to play in that small stadium? I mean, PSL should be fair and give these teams the fit like FNP, like Loftus, where you see them combining those passes. Because in a small stadium, it's a scrap through. Like, we want 3 points, let's get 3 points. We want, as fans, we want to see football. We want to see the Sundowns that we know that is dishing the football. I mean, we enjoy watching it. As for the yesterday game, it was boring. Thank you.
All I'm gonna say is, Nani Nikuka, Nikuka, Nismoka something for 7 days, Nani. Sometimes fire microwave in. Pip, 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 Zwile manje, Vusi. Let me go to Glenn. Glenn, welcome to the show. How are you?
What's up, my brother?
I'm a Kimnati man, Glenn. Glenn, here 1-0, Mamelodi Sundowns. Orenka game.
Game is sharp, boys.
Game is sharp. As long as Sundowns is winning, I am fine. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to talk about yesterday's game. Yesterday's game was not boring, man.
Guys, we're gonna review tomorrow.
It was a tactical masterclass.
Claire, we're gonna review tomorrow.
Yeah, even this one is not boring. It's a tactical masterclass. You see, we shouldn't embarrass people. People should not embarrass people. Even Chiefs, when Chiefs is drawing or is not playing, it's not attacking well. We must take it as a tactical masterclass. We must be diplomatic with these words. We cannot say. We must be diplomatic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this little boy. Little is a breath of fresh air. Fearless. It's been a while watching Mamelodi Sundowns and seeing this kind of unkopotsa pesita ugana godzilla. Pesita usenzana ashapa di hang 10 mo moyenda. I spend that 2 seconds mo moyenda before I hit that ball. Yeah, what a time to be alive. Marantone right ball straight.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know. Glenn, I don't want to say too much because if I speak about thingy, I want to work up Pirates today. It's not the review show of Pirates. I'm gonna answer you tomorrow as to what I mean, Kaka Pori. But I want to go to Malume Kuso. I brought you back in because there's a comment you made that I think people jumped over. Is it 6-0 now? What did you mean by that, Malume Kuso?
Mr. T, is all. I would say if Pirates was boring.
Yeah.
Because it was 1-0. Unless if you had a different understanding of that statement. So what I was asking with him, Joba, we have time for a Sundowns, we 1-0. Is it still boring? Because the score is 1-0. Was Lenity Imnand? Is it 6-0 now? Or is it 1-0? Unless if you had a different understanding of that statement, Mr. Oti.
I had a different understanding, and it comes from a conversation we had together. Remember when Chiefs was playing Sundowns, there was a thing I said, Yoguti, Mara, why must it be 4-0?
Exactly. 100%.
Why must,
that is a very good take on it. Being a collabo, but actually, that is a very good spin to say, when I forgot who was it. Or was it Theo who said Sundowns is the best team? They should be beating everyone. They should be clapping everyone. And Chiefs should go to the slaughterhouse, carry their cross to go and be crucified by Sundowns. Walk 2 kilometers like Jesus or whatever distance Jesus walked. May his soul rest in peace. But no, walk a petty cross. That's what teams must do, and that's what Chiefs did when they were playing against Sundowns. It can't be. Here we have Polokwane City, who, in as much as Sundowns have had chances, it's still 1-0, and Polokwane City themselves have had chances. So you have to go into a game. You have to go into a game with a game plan. You don't just go into the slaughterhouse with your hands up and say, you have, I don't know, 70% of bafana. I'm just here to be no. It can't be. And actually, there is a very good spin on it.
Well, no, this is what I was saying, Guti, and maybe this is a directly applied to Chiefs fans. Now, Polokwane City, they've played Sundowns 3 times up to this point. I think they've only conceded, 3 goals? If I'm not mistaken, 3 goals to Mamelodi Sundowns in all those games. A-team, B-team, Coco Melon. But they came with a plan, and the plan is falling apart here, but they came with a plan. Goal. And what I was saying was, Ninabe Chiefs are speaking about Sundowns and speaking about, 4-0, it had to be 4-0 because of Bafana and all of those things. And, how come you can't have a plan when you come and play Mamelodi Sundowns and not look out of your depth? Kaizer Chiefs looked out of their depth when they played the Sundowns. Now, Polokwane City, for a 3rd game now, they're showing you that you don't have to lose 4-0, even if you don't have all of the quality and all of those things. That was just a comment that I saw. Let me bring in Gustavo. Gustavo?
Hey, awutikhuzo. But yeah, man. No, awutikhuzo, man. Ukuphendula nyana yabo. I-game by us saying game is boring. We mean ukuthi Pirates redexile, they are in no rush. You know, they have one goal. They seem to be, as much as they are trying to get other goals, but they're not in a rush, you know. And Richards behind a plan. Right? Richards behind a plan. So he came here for a sense of agents. Yabo, if you look at this game, for example, Polokwane is taking the game to his Sundowns.
Now,
As much as
second half.
Second half. Okay, 90 minutes long. Okay, what happened between the two and the Pirates and Richards Bay? Big fan. There was no difference. So Polokwane, they're taking the game to his Sundowns, and let's go back to last week when we played the Royal AM. We all said the game is boring. Game is Sundowns the Royal. It came a Sundowns the Royal AM was boring. That's what we said. You know, we didn't shy away from it because it was boring. Because Royal M being echo, being an plan. As much as they would get the ball, that's what we meant. With give me a ball, whereby your opposition is not there. I want a plan for when Basel draw. If the moment you defend, the moment you score, that's when they think of attacking, or they just sit back. You know, whereby they are one goal down. If you're one goal down, okay, why are you sitting back if you're one goal down? Go and attack then. You know, show us something, do something. Polokwane is trying now. The game is much more interesting. It's watchable. It's watchable. It's good for the eyes. You know, that's what we mean by game boring. I game a Pirates. Okay, game Richards Bay boring. Or man, you go and say an attack.
Yeah.
As in attack.
You know, sometimes I go into debates and I never want to admit when someone is right. Gustavo is right when he says Richards Bay was boring. You had so much hope on Richards Bay.
Yeah.
That's why ngithe angazi ngisho kubanzolo ngithe siyahluka as ama-fans khona abanye khona nathi so kill iqiniso sikudeliver the way lingakhona.
I no chance. No, that's what I was saying. It's not necessarily that the game is boring because Pirates is not going forward. It's boring because there's no resistance. That's what you know. There's a point where that Chiefs game, as a Chiefs fan who was very invested in the game and somebody who was emotional during that game as well because of what I was seeing, it meant a little bit to me. But I'm sure to people who are watching outside, you can sometimes look at the thing and say, Sundowns is shy 4. Let me just turn off the TV and go to sleep because there's nothing here. Chiefs is not playing. They're not going forward. There's no ball. It's a training session now. That's what I mean. Sinjay, what are we seeing from here?
Listen, Mr. Oti, I think we are comparing two different scenarios here. This is a league game. In a league game, there's a difference between losing 4-0 and losing. It's better to lose 1-0 than to lose 4-0 in a league game. In a cup game, it doesn't matter whether you lose 4-0, 1-0, 2-0. You've lost. You are out of the cup. So you are not going to go to the semi-finals better when you've won 4-0 than a team that is winning that is winning 1-0, and you are not going to exit faster when you've lost 4-0 than a team that is losing 1-0. So I think those two are different.
I think Sinjay, my problem is plan. My problem is plan because Polokwane City played Mamelodi Sundowns in a cup game. One of the games they played was a 1-0 loss. Very close. 4-0. No, but check. 4-0 that was played by Chiefs without the plan. Oh, there we go. 2-0. Without the plan. I think I'm fighting about that. That people were saying to me that just because it's Sundowns, it's 4-0. So I must be okay with my team coming ill-prepared to play this game because it's Sundowns. And the point I was making was, here's Polokwane City. They've seen them in the league. Fine, they're losing 2-0 now. They've seen them in the cup. But they had a plan and they weren't overwhelmed. You get what I mean? That's the point I was making. Not necessarily what's better or worse. It's that my team came to that thing and they were overran. It could have been 7. Yes. We didn't have the control. We couldn't play the ball. Even when we were defending tibang. Like that's the one that I'm talking about. Guti, I refuse to believe that you can't come to Sundowns with a plan and execute a plan. You get me?
I think, Mr. Oti, there's also a an understanding to say that if you're going to go to a cup game, you know, you go with your plan, and then you lose with your plan. Either your plan didn't work, or your plan was not good enough for the day. Those are two things that you must also take into consideration. You go with your plan does not work. You go to a plan and your plan is not good enough. But you must accept the fact that you've lost because your plan did not work, like Kaizer Chiefs. Or you go to Polokwane City, you go with a plan and your plan is not good enough. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
No,
But
I
we cannot
understand
say-
you. I understand you
but we cannot say
100%.
that we cannot say the other one is better than the other one.
I can, because they were not outplayed. I will say it. My team was outplayed. CJ, we didn't have a formation. We didn't have a play, guys. We didn't have any of that stuff. I would much rather, and it's not to say that it's better, but I would much rather, if we're going to defend versus Sundowns, we've kept our structure, we've frustrated them. The goal that they needed to score came from really hard work. They had to work really hard to get past us. But I'm not going to excuse coming into a game and chasing shadows for the whole game. You get what I mean? And losing your composure and shouting at the ref and doing this and doing that. I cannot. I think it's more to the people who are saying to me that, no, it's Sundown. This is what happens. And I'm like, no. How many teams have caught 4 versus Sundowns or 5 in the last 2 years? You get what I mean?
No, I get what you mean. I fully get what you mean, but I think this has to be also a lesson for Polokwane City as well. Not to because now they're becoming complacent.
They've opened up.
They're becoming very complacent, and hence is why they lost that ball easily. And what is Allende doing? Why is he not being given a red card? This I don't understand with these games. In the other one, they wanted to hit Uduma, and the ref didn't give a red card to the player. But yeah, we are not there. We are not there. We are watching this game, and I think this, as much as people are criticizing this sale, guys, do you realize that both of these goals come from him? We have to give credit to him. I would give him more than Lion matches. I would give him. He's done something today than matches. Springbok matches.
Every time.
Lion matches.
Every time CJ comes in, you have to leave with something. Let me bring you to Wesh. Hey, Marufiji. Ay, Mara. Let me go to Wesh.
Othi kamba njani?
But give that the Wesh. Uyibona kanjani le game?
The game is okay. Game is fine. Love the rotation. And if we team that is spoiled for choice, you always have got something to say, because that's exactly what's happening with Mamelodi Sundowns right now. Is they are just spoiled, get choice, and they've got enough Benjini to actually shuffle and move and things like that, and it's working for them. And ngale game, you might say, umanqoba wenza njani, but Polokwane came with a planning for people that are not on the pitch, and that's what's happening on this game. They planned for people that are not on the team. Do you understand? So, what else could you do? Usuplane yonke into, and the people who plan for are not on field. So that's how they are. They don't know what to do with this game. Because kudlala abantu abangabaplanelanga, it's kuyalena le, and I really I see what Manqoba did there, and it's working, because the team is leading 2-0 second half, and seemingly they are winning this game. What more would you ask for, you know?
But then why doesn't he get credit for these things? Maybe as somebody who's not a Sundowns fan, who's outside, what is it about Manqoba that, you know, even if he wins this game, people are going to come up with another excuse? that he didn't deserve it.
Because people are still stuck on the other philosophy, and having that philosophy that the team used to play, the kind of football that the team used to play, I feel like that is a tick, because Umanqoba can decide anytime during the game to play both philosophies at once, where he has 5 minutes of keeping the ball and 2 minutes of playing the ball ngale kwama defender. He has that ability because the same players are still there. That is why sometimes you see them just tiki-takaring the ball and you hear him saying, let's go for it, because he has a bit of both. He has the front three that can run. He still has got Tom Mokwena who are comfortable on the ball, who can play them Daws and them in one game. I think for him, what's going to be more important moving forward is to actually plan on using both these philosophies. You can even use them in one game where you keep it, you run them, you keep it, you run them, and it might work. Because a team that plays Ebola fast the way he wants it, ngale kwama defender, is the Sundowns that you're gonna see ukuthi izokorelwa this season. Because if you don't have the ball, there are chances that uzokorelwa. You cannot shy away from that, and that's how you lost against your Polokwane City previous game, because you don't keep the ball more. The previous Sundowns from the previous seasons, you score that one goal, but you keep the ball more. So the other team cannot score ibhola lihleli kuwena. And these Sundowns, they'll lose the ball more because they are trying to go there forcefully. And I think that's where they are at. He's not going to get credit because it's not the beautiful football that we know of the Sundowns to be. It's a new philosophy. You're still trying to transition from what you used to what you want the team to be, and it's expected in my eyes.
I mean, I just don't know what Umanqoba has to do. Like, I don't know what he has to do, because now he's winning games, people are complaining. Okay, what are these things arrogant? There in the like, there's. I don't think it feels like he's in a lose-lose situation. If you had viewer,
I feel like for as long as he's making sure that we are grab by the 3 points, and Kuma game afana nalawo man, we may win a game that's more than you could ever ask for with the players that he's playing. I will never not be mad at Mamelodi Sundowns as a team for having players afana no Mkhulise that he got there when he was really young, and we should have been having a national team player from that boy.
He's still young, he's got time.
but he needs to be playing for him to get there. So, that boy has been so amazing at the bench, and kufanele angabe isikhathi sakhe lesokudlala the national team and has been on the national team, but you take them, you keep them with you, and baningi abadlali abaphuma from mama team. Mabua came from Maritzburg United, where he was hot eqhamuka nabondlovu and the Makaringes. Ufikile Sundowns wadlala kancane, injuries and everything, and I understand you need to earn getting on the team, but without the rotation, when are you gonna get it? When are you gonna get the chance? And Yabona njengamanje uManqoba, the way he's introducing anyone, you know where you are with Uleklahu, you know where you are with people, and you know when to use them. If you are even going to use them during a game of fun and no CAF and things like that, you're not gonna see him writing a letter saying, please don't give up on me, because it's okay like the other coach did.
Maybe one year behind the scenes of the dressing room. Wesh, thank you so much for joining me. let me bring it to Belile. Belile, mtakababa.
Mtakababa kunjani?
Hey, ngibukelela abantu bayawina man. Hey, banigijimisa man.
Hey, yazi isikhathi kufanele ezinye izinto akumelanga uthumele, kumele uzenze loba wathumela nje amathemba akho nje kufanele ukuthi wabeke nje inyokeni efile. Hayi. Yazi ipeni engizwayo ifana nomuntu oboleka imali uyogembula ukuthi uzowina inani. Watha kakhulu. uphathe itres eziyi-2 ezokuthi udliwe ngapha nokuthi imali yabantu
Ngaleso sikhathi yakho ingenile. Bekumele ngabe ujabulile manje mara yiwe ka.
I know. Hayi siyayibona manje i-Sundowns sicela ukuthi sibongele u-agent ngoba uyo osoloku kahle anethemba nje kule nto umanqoba noma bukwenze njani laba abanye nje bonke labakhulumi nalama agent awe-Chiefs abuvuza abathi ama-Chiefs kodwa bakhuluma khona nge-Sundowns kumele nenze something ngabo ngoba angeke ndleni ney'nyoka endlini izolimala ubonile ngathi i-Sundowns yes abanye abokhumu futhi angisakhulumi kokugcina abo labo yibo laba bekabasho u-agent athi kibo mabina ukuthulwa yibo labo asikhulumi
Manje mara ngitshele velile uza njani ukuthi umanqoba abe so ngoba uyaziwinela azirotatele aziwinele mara still
kodwa still usabangizwa usalizwa namhlanje hayi uthuke ngaqala nemesha abantu babona iline up nje kodwa ihlamba bese ziphumile uthuke kusaphuma iline up cabanga nje akangena segroundini but hey ubaba kasavela bese kaphelile inhlamba la ngapha no it's nice when it's like this shoot hey kuyomela masibuyela nathi ngazidlala nini nge-20 something siyibambele thina mathupha ngoba siyabona impela hayi njengoba ngishilo ukuthi hayi sibhekene nengwadla sempini lana kule season so hayi sekuyobonakala khona mdaka baba
baze ngitshele velile ngifuna ukungena kule ndaba besikhuluma ngayo nge-Chiefs ukuthi for some reason usharp ukuthi i-Chiefs ishaywe 4-0 sithi hayi Sundowns just like that mara noma Polokwane City basifikela bathi 1-0 nyana kuba nzima kubakora
no angithi i-Chiefs ama-player ayinankinga asuka khohliswe yini nisuke nwanika ithemba elikhulu mawabhekana nama-support confident enabo asuke bayitshile kakhulu nabo ukuthi babophele kanti hayi usashana ngaboranga phela uranga kahlukanga nalo mfo odlala awumester kakhulu la uPuluka abantu bani utshawuke uranga utshawuke into eyi-1 utshawuke ayicost iPulukwane incident njalo makule Sundowns nalast wambesta ibhola linje seyimele nje header utshawuke udlisa abantu ngebetway abanye balilele nje kumanje so nje i-Chiefs ingaphinde nje idlale kanti awuboni nje namadlala abantu asibalandi pound for pound team uyama wait ungajahi kube yabona uzolimala wabalanda pound for pound that's why nje sikwazi ukuthatha le indondo lezana ezisabaza ubuhlungu nama kuba siyasazi ukuthi limit yethu kuphi ugcina la awuveli wenze nje uphuphuke uma i-Chiefs ukuyithatha i-confident yama-supporter wayo ifake egroundini and ayisebenzi kanjalo mdaka baba angeke kulunga hayi siyabonga bawinile 2-0 kusho khona ukuthi hayi the race is still open nathi sophinde sincengile nje ngalesibhisi nje qo ngawandi sithi ngqo sibe sidlula nje nathi nje sibe sidlula nje kumnandi makunje
sizanibona nina ngoba kubuhlungu uma ugijima uze umuntu just behind you naye agijima but it's fine. Let me go to
into emnandi ukuthi ngiyabona ukuthi basasifeyivile thina basasinika wona kuqala kusaqala thina i-day before njalo
jikele leyo nto but it's fine.
Thina sama-Tuesday bona bayama-Wednesday
itsingifaka umthandeni itsingifaka umthandeni bara uveli. Thank you. Mthandeni, welcome to the show. How are you?
Bafuku njani mfethu?
Man ngimnandi mina nguholiday angihluphi umuntu ngile phansi thina man part time the aim is not to sweat.
Attender.
Okay.
Bro, I know I'm just happy for one time of this point. For Mkhulise and them getting some minutes, yabo.
Yeah.
I think umanqoba unebhadi nje ngoba lama fans wakhe awamthandi no matter nale win bengayithola angeke bampraise as much as they should.
Ngoba
kubona babona i-lineup inhle makhona bomokwena nangabo. But it's just risking with his job because kube le game bayiluzile again.
Yeah.
He was gonna be on a very big note. So I'm just happy for Lomfana Kaku. I think Chiefs, Pirates, Sundowns, we have invested a lot to Bafana Bangan, of which shows ukuthi bayazama. Ngakho konke ukuthi nawo bafit into the lineup. Angazi labo lodge ngoba the boys bazimisela.
Oh, I'm coming, Mamelodi Sundowns fan. I'm gonna come down the queue.
But then, so angazi mina noma iSundowns mhlawumbe matuluthi yambhadala mhlawumbe noma kanjani ngoba angeke phela mfethu ukuthi sidlala 3 games nama assist awu3 wena in 3 games. Angeke abakhona ukoro bashayela igoli lokuqala kweMTN 80 siyabekezela sithi hayi mhlawumbe imistake. The last game ufuna ukuncanca abanye abantwana. Okay nyawina 1-0 namhlanje uyabuya ushaya assist. Kanti manje inkinga yiku uchawuke nomatuluthi angunderstand mina ngempela ukuthi noma mhlawumbe iSundowns iyathengana mawi assista phela umuntu akahlukile umuntu omdlalo weChiefs abathi ubani uPeterson assist abantu in every game before December na 2 assists uhlulu lot lo muntu kama assist phela kule season aboshanela babona lutho manje uyabona ezinye izinto sometimes uyabona ukuthi hayi iPirates ngicabanga ukuthi uzosiza ukuthi sidlala ngama Tuesday ushilo uvele uwena sidlala ngama Tuesday ngathi right kanjalo lo system kusidlala Tuesday bazodlala Wednesday bona sidlala Friday badlala Saturday that's how we gonna be able to survive badlala kuqala nathi so banenkinga la ngiyabona labafana bayayithanda iSundowns.
Mara sizabona mina ngisafuna ukubuza ukuthi masenizwa umuntu ala agijima nawe right behind you anthuki yini or ni right so far?
Angenje na score 1 lamalanga asijahile ngoba manje asinayo idepth yabona manje ba rotate sathi siya rotate ngemagesi athola 3 before change manje uyabona lo rotate kuyingozi lapha kuthini so ngozela ka line up yethu vele sithembele kuyona yabo bofuking so score 1 bese ke kuthiwe ke bafana ke don't sweat, the aim is not to sweat, li rotate nje kuze kophela igame ke igame makushaya makhona ingoma stadium ishayile leyo ukuthi sizogijima njengalabadlali bakho ba last week ababegijima uzasithola 6 ke bebuya times 2 madoda the first season beyikhona iyabuya namanje uyabona ukuthi umehluka wukho manje kade thina ngoba sinayo idepth right uyabona nawo mofaka ubanda umfana wethu uKimvit abafuna ukungena egamini so kungcono sincenge ngama 1-1 kanje emva kwaloko ukuthi italigibele kagcwasela uJomo hayi okunye nokunye sibe sikubona.
Okay, I'm ready for time. Hey Tabang, abafuna ukusiyeka Tabang. Hey bari ritulitse ko hayi kona chorena ra braya ra relaxa bari kenya. Let me go to Tumi. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Dot. Uyabuza kanjani ngimnandi mfethu.
Hayi. Phela thina abanye masibuza, it can be anything anytime.
Ungawari ne angithi thina siya prepare CAF lana. Impulukwane sithi sifuna ukuyikhomba ilokwaza impungane sidlala kanjani.
Okay, no, go on.
Uyabona umdlalo wepulukwane sithi bathi uchawuke lona.
Yeah.
Ushaya lesa Froza, uyakhumbula uFroza maka wa I1 FNB.
Ukhulumale mara usho ukuthi uyiswa yini. Yini mwisa.
Uyazi wena uphethwe siyezi. Udla kakhulu ishukela.
Yeah.
Hey lalela wena uthi yazi mayisaqala le game ngibona le lineup sine group yama members eziyaposta lithi zaphela la mhla ngithi njani bathi awuphakathi ngithi ubani uphakathi bathi useli ngithi ayekelana useli man.
Yeah.
Yekelana useli man kuzolu wenzeni useli ushaya 2 yama assist. Awushaya 2 yama assist useli. Sesibona bona labo siduma ngabanye la.
Ngitshele, how come uManqoba akayitholi credit? Because nangu sales uyamvusa kancane, uvuse noShalulile at some point, abo Obas, sakhumula Obas, abantu bebangamfuni naye bamfaka. Why uManqoba man ningafuni ukumnikeza icredit ngalo msebenzi wakhe?
Let me tell you something. Mina, I always tell my members of branch or whoever akushana nabo coach. Ngimtshela yazini, ucoach unikeza player chance due to the training session. Training. Ilento leyo shona uPitso wathi first level ni Saturday. Kusi Thursday first level sicedile ngayo. Wena mase ufika thina sima support sifuna abani sifuna uRibeiro sifuna uyayibona into le ngeyisebenzele. At the end of the day lo muntu lona akadlalise lento kayibona ukuthi yamsebenzele training.
Mara why ngingamthandi? I still want to know why is it such a fight for uManqoba?
Kunabantu abangamthandi.
Okay.
Mawi coach ngeke bathande bonke ama support. That's the thing. Number 2. Kunala ama supporter we Pirates la i2 laba. Bobaba badala omnye unentshebe emhlophe. Cabanga umuntu omdala okhuluma ngazuthi akanabantwana akanamuzi. Umve manje akhuluma the way akhuluma ngakhona. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So mina regardless it's coach nabo Pitso sike sadliwa coach wabo Pitso mos.
Okay. No, for this guy.
Mina othi anginankinga nayo ukuthi uManqoba kwenzakalani but ispansa yakhe uyashaya mina so far ispansa yakhe uyashaya. And akanendaba nathi ukuthi sifunani. Ufuna wenza la akufuna kwena and kuyamsebenzela.
No, mara for time meeting fake uMamelodi Sundowns fan naye azofakaza naye. Mamelodi Sundowns fan, welcome. How are you?
Hey, OT man.
What do you think of the game? 2-0.
I am happy with the performance with the boys, and I'm really happy for Said because others they judge him at the early stage. Because I have watched some videos of Sale in his previous team, and ebenza kahle kakhulu. So I was telling abantu laba engihlala nabo engibuka nabo ibhola ukuthi they must give him time, be patient. Bengijaje bethi akusiyena striker lo so yabona namhlanje ubuye na 2 assists and you can know that angathola ne man of the match, but I'm really happy.
Manje tell me ngizokubuza the same question. Manqoba, why man why is there so much of a fight ngoManqoba?
Abantu uManqoba bamzondiswa kuba they hate him because of line up yakhe, but uyayazi into ayenzayo. Abantu ba-expecta kube khona umudawo mokwena lapha ku-line up nabo Thembazwane kanje, but yena uMacoach Manqoba line up yakhe I think we settle from the training and see who is better and put him in the lineup. And I think Coach Manqoba rely too much to the youngsters like Abo Khoza, Abo Lihlako. When I'm still I will tell you something, and you must expect that another boy called Onele Urwana at TDC, you must expect him to the first team. You must watch him.
Okay. No.
I thought that's the second half uzofaka uModiba nje the experienced people, but Manqoba ubonile ba makachole makanika abantu game time labo like oMashego oSiveda, so yabona uSiveda amatrubholo akhe mahle kanjani. So I think Manqoba is the right coach right now so far.
Okay. Guys, the game has ended. I can't stay very long, unfortunately, but luckily tomorrow we do have the normal show at 7 p.m. where we're going to break down the games properly. Let me go to Vusi. Vusi, I'm going to give you a minute. Tell me about the game.
OT yazi bengingenela ubhuti coach into eyi-1
Echo, Babusada, echo. Okay, let me be nice. I'm gonna give the last people, a minute, guys, and you guys please keep it to a minute. You're gonna get me into trouble, but I want to give people a chance here. So if you are in here now, you are lucky enough that you are here at the right time. Tyler, you've got a minute. How do you feel about the game?
I didn't watch the entire game. I watched snip and pieces of it. But I just want to comment on the Mangoba question.
Yep.
You will know that I was the biggest critic of Mangoba at the beginning. But I think the match Chiefs revealed a lot as to what is happening in Sundowns. They've got 8 to 9 players that are seen as senior players. The back four, Bafana, and the goalkeeper. You've got Allende, and if you don't have Ukutsie, you'll have Obas or Ulentuka, Mokwena, and then Sharulile. So there's a best 9 here, Sundown. So what he's doing, he's building depth around those players, and he's not planning for the PSL. He's planning towards the Champions League.
Okay.
You understand?
Tyler, for time though. Hit me with the last part.
No, I was just saying he's planning for the Champions League. He's not planning for the for EPSL. As you can see now, he chops and changes, Whenever the guys are inconsistent in the PSL, he's the guys that are seen as senior players to come and assist. He's building a team for the
Time
PSL.
though. I'm gonna have to jump in, Tyler. We're gonna speak about it properly tomorrow. Let me bring in Kumo. Kumo, you've got a minute. Tell me, what's going on, man?
Mangoba Watella. Like he lost to this side, dismally so. Look at now, Otalaka, different people, like the students, and they still perform like this. Like as a team, how do you plan for such a Sundowns? Go right now, he's flexing on everybody. People are complaining, hey, you change the whole squad every time. That's Salang. We can. I get we've got 300 million worth of players. Not willing to do what we want. That's all I'm gonna say. Mangoba, Watella, and I like his arrogancy. Pambil Ngoba. Did I say it right? Because you know this is
Mangoba.
Okay, yeah, but you the sharp.
Stava, you've got a minute. Welcome. Grand man, Stava.
Yeah, I'm not man.
1 minute, Stava. Utiniki.
Yeah, he came this time in the homework, yabo. We was ukuhlanganisa izinto sihlangane, but last time akakayenzi homework, and that's why. But even in the first half, if ubonile ukuthi if Ronaldo Williams if bengekho lapha bekuzoba inkinga ngoba ngibona amanye enye ibhola ayiwina like Onyonga akasana that Marcel ukuthi angaba flex for winner that ball.
Yeah.
What I can say good that this time we try but angadeleli team ka so you want the league fit.
Maru winile mara Stava.
Yeah, winning them fit. Mara ngithuna wina kahle fit. Ngishaba ma 5. Singanolingana nePirate told us nama goal yabona. Because sisebenzele isikhathini sibala.
Okay, I know. Thank you, Stava. Let me let Gustavo.
Sure.
Ivale, 1 minute.
I always say to you, angithi ukuthi ngicela ukubonga abantu be-development for developing these boys. Abomfundo vilakazi, Mdushabalala, Relemfuke Bonkoda. Now I'll add on to my list. Ngicela ukubonga Edwin Ulithaku, ngicela ukubonga ukhoza. What a wonderful performance by the boy, and I'll keep on adding numbers as the more the players come in from these big teams. You know, great performance by the guy, and when it comes to rotation, we'd like to see a balanced rotation. Beautiful by the coach, balanced rotation, players where they need to be. And difference between the first game that we played against Polokwane to this game. That has been the only difference, you know. And I would say that coach man last time vele wajikjela amaplayer wathi hayi man hey ambani yabona nenza njani yabo, but now Beautiful gave it balance and we sort of have a second squad now, you know. We sort of have a second squad now and to be very crucial in the future. And yeah, Simnandi, congratulations to Coach Mangobu. Why do they hate him? They hate him for those 2 weeks against Stellenbosch and how we played there. That's the only reason. And I like some fans to move on. Let's move on from it, guys. We are here now. We are scoring more than 2 goals per match. So yeah, it is what it is.
Okay. No, Gustavo, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Guys, if you have not followed, please follow. Thank you to everybody that has commented and those that jumped into the panel. Here's my thoughts, guys. Again. Mangoba is serving out humble pie. Starting lineups came out and everybody was going crazy about the starting lineup. Guti, hey, why is Mabue playing there? Abo Lichaku, why is Sales starting? And he got the win. And that is all you can do as coach. Come out and get the win. I enjoy Coach Mangoba because we see different Sundowns, we see different formations, we see different players are now coming through and getting chances. We're seeing a lot of those things. And now that he's steadied the ship a little bit in terms of getting consistency in the play, it's going to be interesting to see how it pans out. They stay 3 points behind the Orlando Pirates, breathing down the Orlando Pirates' neck. So let's see how that's going to play out. It should be very exciting. Polokwane City on their side, I think they were scared. Polokwane City, I think they played reserve this time. They didn't have the same control that they had last time. By the time that they wanted to play, I think it was over. And when they did want to play, because they started playing second half, when second half started, it allowed Sundowns to come at them a little bit more and gave Sundowns a little bit more space to play. So when Abo Allende came in, the midfield and all of that had fallen apart. I think Polokwane City has to start using Abo Apolis to the best of their abilities all the way, and maybe set up more chances for Abo Chauke. They could have maybe, if they held on, taken this game to a different place. But I think they came in and they were overwhelmed by Mamelodi Sundowns and the changes that Sundowns made. And Sundowns goes away with the win. It was boring, guys, first half. It was boring first half. It came alive a little bit when Polokwane City started attacking, but they also lost the plot towards the end of the second half. And the more mature, more bigger, more experienced team just so happened now to get another win in their belt. So that means that Mamelodi Sundowns still number 2, but they have 18 points from 6 games, 6 wins and 1 loss. And then Polokwane City stay with 13 points, 4 wins, a draw, and 2 losses. Coach Puti couldn't make it to this game because he was sick. I don't know how much of an input they would have had in the game. But yeah, well done to Mamelodi Sundowns. Guys, I'll see you then tomorrow. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. Normal show. 7 p.m. We're going to break down the game. You'll be able to jump in as we normally do, and we'll break down this game and the Paris game as well. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll see you then tomorrow, 7 p.m. My thoughts will be out in about an hour and a half time. You'll know exactly how I feel about this game. So please support the content. Follow if you have not followed. Thank you so much to Kotani, Van den Norm, Tyler, Soweto Gent, hey, Papa Khosi, Velile, Ausintabi, Wendy. Thank you so much for the gifts, guys. Us Piwe, the Pirates fan, the happy Pirates fan. But guys, it's been incredible. I'll see you guys then tomorrow, 7 p.m. Bye, everyone.